everyone, this is Amy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a very simple Filbert brush flower painted on this clear glass bottle. I am going to just paint the front of it. I've cleaned it off, soap and water, obviously remove the labels, and then went over it with rubbing alcohol just to clean the glass off, and it's ready to go. The brushes I'm using today are two AMAGIC Filbert brushes. I'm using a 16 and a 12, a number 10 Deerfoot stippler, and then a number 4 round brush. All these items will be listed under the video. If you want to purchase through the affiliate links, feel free to do so. I'm using Engine Red, all FolkArt paints, Apple Red, Lime Green, Thicket, Wicker White, and School Bus Yellow. Mixture of multi-surface and enamel paints. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Now this is kind of a fun bottle too, because it has like a bat on it, has some details as far as dates and names and that type of thing. I am going to turn this into a lighted bottle. I was going to try to make a bird feeder, but the little things I put on the ends, they don't actually go on properly, so can't do that. What I'm going to do though, to start off my design, I'm going to start with painting the design in white, and I'm just loading the paintbrush. Not a big deal. I'm pushing the brush down and pulling it towards the center. Pushing the brush down, pulling it towards the center. Again, this way. You can make it however many petals you want. It's not a specific, sorry, hit the camera, not a specific type of flower. But I decided to start with the white just to give it a good base coat, because then I'm going to go over it with the reds. Again, just pulling towards the center. I don't want a huge center, but I do want a big center, if that makes sense. It can be 5, 6 petals, whatever you want to put it in as. And I got a hair in here, of course. So with this bat at the bottom, I'll probably just be doing around 3 blooms. And I will be painting over the little bat. So you can see that just pushing the brush down and pulling it towards the center, but I'm doing some movement with it a little bit at a time as I'm creating. Actually, I think I might go ahead and put another bloom down here. And if you find that you know, maybe need smaller brushes, add them in. I'm just, you know, trying to keep it to a minimal so that you don't have to have a lot of tools in order to create the design. I gotta add one more. Reason being, I like to work in odd numbers. But by the pressure and the strokes that you're doing, you can actually still use the same brush, maybe creating a smaller bloom. It doesn't have to be big. Now, I'm going to kind of rotate, sticking my brush into the Engine Red, come in here and just pulling. Now I want it to be red, but it can have the white showing as well. Doesn't have to be a solid red. It's kind of the fun part of putting the red on the white while it's still wet. Kind of add some streaks to it without you having to double load your brush. Alright, so then I'm going to I'm just wiping the brush off. I'm not cleaning it. Gonna go in here to the Apple Red and just keep painting. If you're new to my channel intentions are to create very simple designs that newbies can create. And if you're an experienced painter, feel free to use my design as an inspiration and add your own little twist to it. You don't have to use the white. I just did it to give it a little bit more durability, because the thicker you paint the design, the more durable it's going to be. And you could use all one red. You don't have to rotate and use different reds if you don't want. All right, here we go. So the next thing I'm going to do, and I'm doing this all wet on wet, I'm not drying in between. You can dry in between if you wish. I'm going to stick the Deerfoot stippler down into the yellow, tap it off a little bit, and then I'm just going to come in here and tap in my center. Now, as you see, it's going to mix with the paint below, which is fine. I'm okay with that. If you're not, then give it some dry time. I'm definitely fine with it. Very simple centers. This design would be good for hummingbirds, actually, because of the red and the yellows. However, I am not turning it into a feeder of any sort, so it's going to have lights in it. And see just how easy my designs are. You can pick this up, you can pick up a brush, you can paint it. Not hard. All right, so I have that. The next thing I'm going to do is add in just some real simple little leaves. And I'm just turning one side of the brush into one color, one side into the other color, doing a blending stroke. And then I'm just going to come in here and back this up first of all so I have some room. And I'm doing it on the side. Instead of laying it flat like this, I'm turning it to create these. If you feel like you need to go back over them, make them a little bit more opaque, then do that. Again, the more opaque your design is, the more durable it's going to be. For a bottle, that's probably not as important as it is for like a wine glass or something like that if you're painting glasses. But I just like to try to get good coverage regardless of what I'm painting. Now the style of lights I use in my bottles are the kind of like the wine bottle cork looking ones, where you just stick them in the top, the lights go down inside the bottle, so I'm not drilling holes or hooking it up to electricity. They're definitely battery operated, very affordable, and pretty. Check out I have a link to my Etsy shop, check that out. You can see some of the ones that I have for sale. Kind of get an idea what you can do with your own. You can even go into the center like I'm doing, because obviously leaves and such don't stay separated when you're in nature. I hope this inspires you to give it a try. That's my whole purpose, is to give you something that's relaxing, help with stress, best out of waste, keep stuff out of the landfills whenever possible, and have fun. Alright, so then you can, if you want to take your round brush, I just stick it in both colors, just kind of roll it a little bit so that you don't have a ton of paint on them. And then you can just do some little lines connecting the leaves, or you just can kind of leave them as little swoopies. I think it's kind of fun to add in the little stems, but up to you. I'm just lightly touching too, so that it's more of a just a quick little pull. One thing fun with glass too is if you mess up, just wash it off and start again. Very simple. Very, very simple. The one last thing I'm going to do is take the same brush that I just did the little stems with. I'm dipping it into the white, just a solid white, and then I'm just going to come over here to the centers and then just do some little touches here with the brush. You can leave this part out if you don't like it. It's not necessary. And then I'm not going all the way around them, just kind of touching in different spots here, just sporadically. And there you have it. There you have it. Pretty festive. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. New to my channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Before leaving, if you would share this on your social network with all your family and friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Until the next time, please stay safe and healthy and have a good one.